This is a great example of partnership working at its best today, with the three authorities coming together to really showcase what they can do for young people, give them a taste of different opportunities, different sports, and really then try and feed them out to the wider community. So a really strong example.
Initially when I got to Balfron, I realised there was a bit of a gap in the curriculum for pupils who had a disability. So I reached out to my Active Schools coordinator. He then put me in touch with Scottish Disability Sport, get some kids along to come to the festival today. The hope is that once the guys come to this today, it will give them that little bit more interest in some of the things that goes on within disability sport, even just introduce them to some different aspects of sport and kind of show it outside the mainstream kind of school environment. You know, even for myself, it's a great experience for the kids, but for myself it's a learning experience, and I can then take that into my own teaching practice at Balfron.
In terms of the connection between Active Schools and our community providers, we've got a team of Active Schools coordinators that will work in partnership with local clubs, but also we've got wider sport development staff that will forge that link between school participation and community participation as well. And what we try and do is, where appropriate and where clubs have got the capacity, we try and factor in the transition of young people with a physical disability, working in partnership with that club into that community environment also.
So the next steps, if they wanted to get involved within a programme that was with ourselves at Falkirk, then I would discuss it with Cheryl. Obviously we'd identify the young person, she would speak to the parents, and we would give them that information, and then the player would be signposted to our club.
Within our Active Schools team, we have great support through Scottish Disability Sport. We provide opportunities for teachers and for young pupils in terms of gaining inclusive qualification, but also in terms of supporting national programmes, national events and national competitions.
So the pathway is really unique. 40% of young people are transferring from this festival last year into community activity, and that is hugely important for us to make sure that there are opportunities in the community, and these communities are supported well enough to be able to include everybody. And that is the strong partnership of the three working together, Scottish Disability Sport coming in, running this festival, and really being that glue that holds everything together. So for me, a really interesting way of operating a festival and then progressing over into the communities.
Well, the Parasports Festival has been very positive, and I would recommend that to all other parents, because it allows you to try lots of different sports so you can see which ones particularly suit your child. So there's racket sports and there's basketball, boccia.
Definitely come along, it's a great experience, and it is probably for the parents as well as the
it's really good fun
actually.
for the parents as well, because you get to take part, do things with the children, so it's really good.
I thought it was brilliantly organised, and she had a lot of fun, and I think that's the main thing for kids with disabilities, to see that they stay active and that they can have fun and enjoy themselves just as any other mainstreamed kids can as well.
I did enjoy the cycling as well. It was really hard. See, when you're pedalling, when you go fast, it hurts your legs, and you need give your legs a rest. So I'm actually quite happy with myself today. So it was a tiring day.
The advice I'd give to somebody who's thinking of taking up a new sport is to definitely do it. I think that it's such a good thing to do. It gives you so many more opportunities and different experiences that can come from it. I've also met quite a few friends through it as well, which I think is such a good thing, and it makes you feel less isolated. You don't feel so different or unique. You feel like everybody's kind of the same, which I think is a really good thing.